Welcome to WikiAfrica Hour, a monthly live broadcast airing the fresh perspectives of Africa's Wikimedians. It's a space where they share their work and knowledge and digest, through African realities, the global Wikimedia movement. WikiAfrica Hour, the voice of African Wikimedians.
Hello everyone, morning from Nairobi. I'm speaking to you now, Dunya Dumyoti, WikiAfrica Hour production coordinator, and this is morning briefings from WikiAfrica Hour at Wikimania. Thank you so much for joining us, and we are honored to host the morning briefings this Wikimania, to have a special guest each day in the first 30 minutes of Wikimania each day, to share their thoughts, some highlights of Wikimania, and to talk to you about their sessions if you want to attend, comments, or ask their question, or ask them questions in the comments. So feel free to ask all the questions you have in the comments. And we're going to introduce our guests now. We have Phoebe. We have Phoebe Ayer from Wikimania Steering Committee. We also have Ali Khalil from Iraq Wikimedian User Group, and we have Harith from the AFCOM, the Affiliation Committee, and we also have Ayla from WikiAfrica. She's a WikiAfrica co-lead and one of the team of WikiLabs Africa. So we're going to start with you, Phoebe. I know you maybe have much of stuff to do in Wikimania, but tell us briefly, how was your experience in this Wikimania specifically?
It has been so nice to be in Kenya, to have a Wikimania in Africa again, and I have learned a lot. And it's been particularly nice, I think, to meet all of the newcomers this year. There's lots of people who are here for the first time at Wikimania, and I have been involved in Wikimania for a long time. I'm on the Wikimania Steering Committee, and I have been involved in the movement for many, many years now. And every year I am struck by how joyful people are to come together, how cool it is for people to come to their first conference. And so that has been great. I've really enjoyed going to the talks about topics related to Africa, like the role of libraries in Africa and so on. So that has been wonderful. And yeah, I hope everyone has had a good conference.
How many Wikimanias did you attend?
I have been to all but one of them.
Oh.
So, and I've been organizing them or playing a role in the organization for a long time too. And, you know, every Wikimania is different. They're in different countries, different continents, different kinds of places, hotels, universities, conference centers. But I think all of them share this idea that it's, even though we're an online project, there's something so special about being in person and talking to each other and meeting each other. And you carry those relationships and friendships through the rest of your work into the next year.
Yeah. By the way, Phoebe, we have Jan in the comments, Jan from Sweden. He joined us online, and he says that he's wearing the same t-shirt you're wearing.
Yes, there's a few of us. This is the Wikimania 2015 t-shirt from Mexico City, which was also a very cool conference.
Yeah. Thanks, Phoebe. Next to Ali. I know this is not your first Wikimania, maybe the third one.
Yes.
Remember, yeah. So what is the most specific thing, or things that you feel different in this Wikimania from the ones before?
Actually, first of all, thank you for hosting us. It's really great to talk to people, especially those who are online and are not attending this Wikimania. Actually, this is my first time in Africa, so it is something really unique for me to visit Kenya. I feel without Wikimania, I will never visit Kenya. So it is a great experience. Like each year, Wikimania introduce us to new countries. And this is what actually special about Wikimania and what I like about. This year also was very special for me. beside all the meetings and all the things we attended, we have got like the Iraqis here. I didn't first introduce myself, like I'm the director for Iraq user group, and we are four here in this Wikimania. So we got a special invitation from the Iraqi embassy here in Kenya. So it was really nice that our country also looking what the people are doing, the Iraqis in Africa. So we had some talks, and we also had discussions about hosting maybe WikiArabia in Iraq. So like these conferences, the regional ones and even international ones. So yeah, this is what that was a very special moment for this Wikimania, and yeah, first time in Africa. It's really amazing. Maybe people have some different ideas about Africa, but we like all the people here are smiling in the face, friendly, funny. So we are like I'm very enjoying this Wikimania.
Yeah, happy that you enjoyed this one. Yeah,
Thank you.
specifically. So Harry, also not your first Wikimania, you already attended how many?
This is my third Wikimania, that is in person, and then of course the online ones too. Yeah.
So what is like specific topics you heard in sessions, or maybe some highlights you're like stuck in your mind or have in your mind?
Yeah. So especially for coming from the African continent, it's more about how we are trying to solve some of the gaps that we have, especially in relation to sources, finding sources for information, and then using Wikimedia Commons as that tool where we are trying to document the oral history. And so we see a lot of GLAM projects. I was happy to attend the session on the Open Archives where they are concentrating on using Wikimedia Commons to bridge that gap. So we see a lot of documentary on the cultural heritage of various communities, and especially on the ones that are in the public domain. So that effort alone resounds so much with me, because if we do not have the sources, then at least we can leverage on the visuals, the media, and the audios to actually bridge those gaps. And so I was really happy to attend that, identify some of the tools to use to translate, because it's important for to ensure access to those who do not speak the language as well. So that was great. Besides that, I got to know about a session concerning the public advocacy, especially there's general advocacy, but there's also public policy advocacy. At first, I thought to myself it was just about content, but then coming to the session, it means that gave me the idea that, well, it's not just about content. We need to advocate more to get more people on board, and so yes, so there's the need to kind of look into that area better so that we can get the right people in the room supporting us. And, yeah. So it has been an eye-opening session for me. Yeah.
And it's good to remind our online audience that all the sessions are already recorded if you want to revisit again. So Aida, yeah.
It's weird being on this side.
So Aida, what's your experience in Wikimania to that moment? And we may like also benefit from you're now on the front stage, not the back stage as usual, to tell us more about WikiAfrica presentation in this conference specifically.
Sure, thank you, Tanya. So this it's always special. We've had Cape Town and we've had now in Nairobi, and it's always special to have a Wikimania in Africa. It's a validation of the African community, and it's something that we've aspired to as a community, but also as me, I have since I started in 2011. And so it's fantastic to see so many people and so many incredible community projects that are blossoming and are really making an impact, and have had, they're not new, they've had time to get traction. And to me, that's just the most elevating thing about having Wikimania in, as well as staying all friends and making sure, and cementing our friendships and our networks and our connections. For us, I think the most important aspects have been about reaffirming that, seeing so many WikiLoves Africa and WikiLoves Women members and community organizers. It's great to walk down the corridors and seeing people wearing Wiki Loves Africa t-shirts. I think that's just fantastic. And also, I held a session on governance, and it just shows also how the community is consolidating and moving forward in the right path of like an organized chaos, really, I suppose, from a movement perspective. We also yesterday with Yolanda Pinter on a SUPSI project working around decolonization and how to bridge the gaps between the developing and developed and communities, and how we can leverage each other in order to close those gaps, but also change attitudes. And there were many people who stood up and talked, yes, it is about content, and it is about putting the content to change perspectives and perceptions of readership. But it's also about decolonizing ourselves and making sure that our perspectives are challenged, and that our upbringing and our some of those systemic kind of spaces are challenged as well. And yeah, it's been great. I think it's just been the most affirming thing. And then today we are announcing the Wiki Loves Africa winners for this year during the closing ceremony, and that's just amazing.
That's cool.
Thanks. So yeah, back to you, Phoebe. I know you're now joining two sessions related to Wikimania. So can you please tell us a brief for the online audience about these sessions, about the future of Wikimania, what the session will talk about, and how they can share with you in this discussion.
Of course. So today there's actually two sessions, starting at 11:15, I believe, local time. And the first is the future of online engagement at Wikimania, and then also followed by a session called just the future of Wikimania. Some background there is I'm part of the Wikimania Steering Committee, which is a group of volunteers that oversees the conference from year to year. We don't do the planning each year, like the actual logistics, but we help each team sort of get started, work with the foundation, and choose the next location. And so the Future of Wikimania session is one that we actually do every year here at the conference, and it's a place where people who are interested in getting involved in the conference in the future, or want to provide feedback on their experience, or if you're just curious how it works, we will talk about the process of how we put this together, and then have an open discussion, a forum for people to ask questions, give feedback. It's a place where we can reflect together, I think, on what went well, what we could change, but also what we want this event to look like for ourselves in the coming years, because we are, Wikimania is for the movement, right? Like, that's why we do it. It's for us. And so what do we want it to be? We also this year have a new session that we have never done before, the future of online engagement. And I would definitely encourage the online audience in particular to come to that one, because it's the same conversation, but about super. Thanks, Jan. I know you've been online, so that's great. This has been an innovation that we've done the last 3 years now, where we have a hybrid conference where we have an online audience as well as an in-person one, and we're still experimenting, honestly, with the technology, with what we do, things like this podcast. And so I think new ideas, again, reflections on what we want out of the hybrid conference would be really great. Both those sessions are open to everyone, of course, but also, you can send ideas later to the committee, to any member, or post them in the notes, and we take kind of all that into account when we're thinking about future years as well.
Really encourage our online participants to join this important sessions to talk more or discuss more the future of our yearly gathering. So next, Ali, I know that you have a session about Wikimania. So Can you please talk to us briefly about this project briefly and what's the online or what's the audience generally are supposed to know in your session?
Yeah, so today we will have this session for Million Wiki at 10 p.m. in Nairobi. So Million Wiki, basically, it is a project that started in July. And I am a part of the committee, the project committee. So what we really focus on is to have projects that working on the MENA related content to be uploaded on wiki projects, different wiki projects. So and written in the official 6 languages of the UN. So we are looking to have or to get million contributions into the different projects for wiki projects. So it's fine for anyone if you are not from MENA region, but you want to contribute in your language about MENA region. This Wikimania will support you with the funds. So we have already now almost 6 or 7 projects that are running currently. Um, there is for Wiki Commons, people who are, for example, taking photos for heritage places in Algeria. We have a project called Mina Voices, which are uploading sound or words in different languages on Wiki Commons about words in the local dialects of Arabia, the Arab languages. Yeah, it is open for anyone to apply, and it is now open, and it will be open maybe for the next 1 year. So we will be happy if anyone want to attend this session to know more about the project and what is the criteria for choosing all the projects that are that anyone want to work on.
Great, I think it's a new idea and it's like a call of action. So if anyone interested to know more and maybe interested to apply for a grant for a project, that's also welcome. Thanks, Ali, for
Thank
this.
you.
I know it will be a great session. And for her, as you're one of the AFCON community, I know you were already preparing a session to speak more about the future of affiliates. So what's your plan as a session? What we are going to listen in your session?
Yes. So as AFCOM exists to recognize affiliates and also sorry. So as AFCOM exists to recognize affiliates, recognize them, and also provide some form of capacity building and conflict resolution amongst affiliates, it's important to reflect on how we are doing this because we are well aware that affiliates are increasing by the day, and so it's better to reflect on how well they are doing. And we can only do that if we identify, ways we can do that. And so for AFCOM, we've reflected on 3 areas, that is providing some form of conflict resolution in a different way. And we are reflecting on what we've done so far and what can be done newly. And we're also looking at capacity building, how to better support newly recognized affiliates so that they understand the movement better and also are able to sustain themselves beyond the first years of their existence. And also considering the various affiliate models that are there and the increase, what are we going to do that would help them, or do we need to change certain things about the affiliates models? Yes. So we are really looking into that. We've proposed some form of pilot measures. So for anyone who is going to join, they are going to learn more about the work that has been done so far. What are we looking to change? And it's important that everyone is involved, that is both online and even in person, to join and then also have an understanding and provide feedback. It's important for us as AFCOM because what we do is for affiliates, and so if we do not have feedback and we are doing it wrongly or maybe people are not satisfied, then yeah, it's not going to help us in the ecosystem in the end. So I would invite everyone to participate in the session around 2:45. Ping someone who is not on the call if you see on the chat or something. Yes, and we also have a dev post about this topic, and everyone can engage in it, provide feedback on that. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah. And lastly, is Ayla, I know that WikiLabs Africa each year have a great effort from the before the beginning and until the end. So it's
Yeah.
like a long journey. So how was Wiki Loves Africa this year as a whole competition? What things that really differentiate it or make it so special from maybe last year's?
Okay, well, this year we had Hillary at the helm. It's always interesting having a new facilitator because they bring new energy, but they also bring new ideas. Wiki Loves Africa is such a community process, so it starts from when people apply. The support starts from when people apply for rapid grants, which get them in fairly soon. It's now. And then, so there's very much support through that. And now we have a process where we also support you throughout the whole grant process. Then there's all the office hours and the pre-training that happens. Then there's the communication stuff that is all provided for the organizers. And this year we had, I think it was like 44 different communities from normally 29 countries who participated and took part. And we had a bump year. We had like 30,500 images and multiple, like 1,000, I think it was up to 900 videos. 100, I haven't got the stats in front of me, but like really incredible numbers. And I think we run the only video jury process on Commons at the moment. And that's a whole jury that runs just vetting the video entries. And then we also getting through 30,500 images down to the spectacular ones that are now. There's a short list that's on under Wiki Loves Africa 2025 that you can actually view everything. But the jurors are made up of not only commoners but also professional photographers that we get from Africa and beyond. And thank you so much to them for also supporting us in a way, and that they also see how the whole wiki works, like how Commons works from the back end. It's been a fascinating process and we love it. And also we have linguistic ambassadors who do incredible jobs in order to try and get their communities and facilitate the translation, but also activate their own communities. So it's been a really, really incredible process this year.
It's really great work, and I know that we have many people in Africa and maybe outside Africa are very interested to know the results. Photographers, local organizers, jury members. So try to watch the closing ceremony today as we're going to announce the winners. And this was like the last episode in the morning briefings. We hope that you enjoyed this, and we hope also that next Wikimanias we are going in the same track with bigger ideas and bigger online engagement. See you. It's hard to say this, but see you next Wikimania.
WikiAfrica Hour is a production of Wiki in Africa that supports the development of the Wikimedia movement across Africa. We value your suggestions on social media for the topics you want to discuss. We look forward to your participation next month at the same time and on the same channel. Hit the subscribe button to stay open and up to date, and follow WikiAfrica on social media. See you at the next WikiAfrica Hour.